Azealia Banks was first known as a rapper, and a talented, passionate one at that. But then she started making way more headlines for her Twitter feuds than she ever did for her music. No one is safe from Azalea's rants. Some have said she is the Donald Trump of black people with her explosive overreactions to perceived threats from very non-threatening people like, I don't know, Zayn Malik's mama. From Bey to Iggy, this girl has put more people on blast than the bombing of Hiroshima. To help you keep track of all of her feuds, we've got a ton of them laid out for you right here on Listed. Just because Azealia goes after big, powerful celebrities does not necessarily mean that she'll get a response from them. Let's take Beyonce, for example, who we have got at number 5. Pretty much everyone in the world was fawning over Queen Bee when she dropped Lemonade, except Azealia, who called Beyonce a thief and a fraud. She said Lemonade was not a powerful narrative for black women. Quote, she's capitalizing on a national convo without actually having to participate in the conversation. She can't be interviewed unless the questions are approved beforehand, Azealia tweeted. She then accused Bey of not having genuine intentions in now suddenly wanting to discuss race and politics. Quote, she's purposefully strayed away from political discourse her entire career to make sure she didn't alienate white people. And now that black women's suffering is a national conversation, she wants to hop on it and make our suffering trendy? She needs to stay under Jay-Z's foot where she belongs and stay out of the creative woman's way. True, Beyonce is only now using her music to confront racism, but also consider that had she dropped Formation 5 or 10 years ago, nobody would have listened, sadly. So you first have to get an audience before you can have your message make a difference. Later, Banks began discussing the issue with author Ta-Nehisi Coates, who, by the way, is one of the most influential black voices in America. I'm a huge fan of this guy. He wrote this amazing article called A Case for Reparations, where he very effectively argues that America should at least consider giving all African Americans a little back payment for the financial and spiritual costs of centuries of racism. So yeah, that man came to Bey's defense, saying Lemonade was a tremendous artistic achievement, deeply inspiring to anyone who's trying to make art of any kind. Azealia fired back, saying Beyonce did not come up with the concept herself. She's not an artist, she's a poacher. She takes food out of darker-skinned women's mouths and pretends to be inspired. And, quote, you forgot that Beyonce is America's way of having a black woman without actually having to deal with a black woman. I'll be honest, I admire Azealia for challenging our perception of race and the status quo of black women. I do. It's the name-calling and the bashing of Middle Easterners or the LGBT community, for example, that muddles her message. And she sure had a strong message for Kanye West, who we have at number 6. She let her feelings be known when she wrote, quote, Kanye lost all credibility when he became a Kardashian. I don't even look up to him anymore. I look past him. Yeezy used to be there for me, but I told him to stop giving away his ideas after he complained about Karl Lagerfeld's ex-leather jogging pants, and he told me I didn't have enough money to have an opinion. Meanwhile, he's the one begging for money from white billionaires. Where was Yeezy when he was 25? Was he where I am? I told Kanye that stealth was wealth, and he told me that I hadn't kissed enough white asses to have an opinion. LOL at that closeted man. He thinks no one can tell. Fingers in the booty ass. Kumbaya, friends. Yeah. Now, not all of her shade is direct and aggressive. Take her subtle shade toward Rihanna at number 7, for instance. According to a few reports, it was rumored that Azealia was supposed to be featured on Riri's new album. But as y'all know, a Rihanna and Azealia collab was not featured on her Anti album. And word is Rihanna pulled the collab way before the album came out. So Azealia obviously found out and then tweeted these 2 cryptic messages late December. These girls seek me out, ask for my help, then get intimidated when they find out how easy it is for me to recreate and revamp their sound. Like, I would really rather not be approached to collab, especially if everyone is gonna chicken out, LOL. Okay, so Azealia doesn't exactly call out Rihanna, but a lot of people assume it's about Riri. Azealia later called out Riri on Twitter about the mediocrity of her music video for Work. The rapper posted and then deleted a tweet that read, "Work video reminds me of Baby Boy video with Sean Paul, except not as fly." After she deleted that tweet, Azealia decided her words would make a better impact if she criticized the whole music industry as a whole instead of calling out just one artist. She wrote, "Me watching the mediocrity that is the music industry 2016, music is honestly so trash and boring. Let's start a beef and make interesting. All these pill poppin' divas doing the least and the is boring. Get these hoes a coffee and a pair of boxing gloves." But Riri was not the only music artist that Azealia picked on for dropping their collaboration. In 2013, there were rumors that the rapper and Lady Gaga were collaborating for Gaga's art pop album. But things apparently didn't work out, and the relationship was never the same. The rapper did say things here and there about the singer, but didn't hit the fan until a Gaga fan captured a video of the singer reportedly insinuating that Azealia has a bad attitude. So after that, Azealia retaliated by calling out Lady Gaga for reportedly using their collab on her art pop album. The rapper wrote on Twitter, "Lady Gaga, make sure you let them know where you got the title for Red Flame from. You stole that from the demo I sent you. Life is great. You can have it. Plenty from where that came from. Seriously, this one is free. Next time, I'm charging." And then she ended her rant by saying, "Team Katie." Ooh, and if you think those two beefs were bad, you should hear about what she said about Rita Ora at number 9. Apparently, the rapper started attacking Rita after Rita posted a picture of herself wearing jelly shoes and saying that she was going to bring the once popular footwear back into the world. Yeah, you heard me correctly. That was it, because of jelly sandals. Azealia started on Twitter by saying, "I can't with these girls. At Rita Ora, try again. I already did the jellies last year, girl." She's mad she's Rihanna's understudy. She's been trying it on this tour, man. LOL, Rita Ora is so thirsty. She climbed over the wall of my dresser's dressing room to snap photos. After all of that, Azealia shared a screenshot of Rita's text where the singer wrote, quote, "At the end of the day, I don't know who the you think you are. Secondly, you don't know me. I've done nothing but try to be nice to you. And thirdly, your dancers were talking to me. Furthermore, I'll see your ass at the motherfucking concert." And the rapper captioned that screenshot with the words, "Shut up, Rita Ora." At this point, you're probably thinking that Azealia will pick a fight with just about anybody. For example, just because you're on a song with the rapper doesn't mean that you are exempt from her rants. Pharrell, we're looking at you. At number 10, Azealia disses Pharrell, blaming him for why their single ATM Jam tanked. Quote, "The reason ATM Jam did poorly is because Pharrell changed his mind about wanting to be associated with me after he had his light-skin comeback." By the time anyone had anything to say, the rapper had deleted the tweet, but that was not the end of it. Azealia went on to tweet things like, "Light-skinned are funny, but it, what's new? Azealia Banks having a scrape, claw, and fight for what she wants. This is normal for me now. Giving a shit for me. No, making fun of someone's light skin for you." Literally, no one is safe from Azealia. Not even Diplo at number 11, who produced her Up the Fun track and hung out with her on a beach. Though many people are siding with Azealia on this one. Apparently, after the rapper remixed Bauer's Harlem Shake, it was immediately pulled from SoundCloud, and it didn't take too long for us to find out why. Azealia explained to her followers and the rest of the world that Diplo just sent me an email saying the reason they won't let my Harlem Shake remix fly is because they'd rather have Juicy J on it. You're a real snake. You owe MIA everything you have. Great, men and their egos. After many one- and two-worded tweets, Azealia added one last thing. Art is supposed to be inspiring. If you're mad at someone for being excited and inspired by your art, then you're doing it wrong. Here's my take. Azealia often has good points. She's smart, she's passionate, and she's willing to candidly discuss even the most un-PC topics. But when you wrap your valid points with low blows and start talking about people's mamas and start threatening people and insulting, then no one gets to really hear that great point that you're trying to make. She's kind of like Kanye. Man goes off script and says crazy things like Bush hates black people. He's crazy. Or is he? Y'all remember Katrina in New Orleans? It's like you actually have something very courageous to say. So you want to call people out for being racist? Then why are you calling Zayn a sand? Don't perpetuate the very stuff that you're trying to fight. Anyway, 11 feuds is 11 feuds too many that I wish would not have happened in the world. Now, what are your thoughts on all of these? Get real and keep it respectful, please. So please comment below, or y'all can hit me up on Twitter at Miriam Issa, or you can follow me on Instagram at Miriam_Issa. And when you're done with that, please click right over here to check out all of the top Twitter feuds of 2015. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to Clevver News. I'm your girl Miriam Issa, and thanks so much for hanging out with me. And you can click to the left to hear some of the weirdest rumors about Harry Styles, or click to the right for all of the celebrities who have feuded with the Kardashians.